Hey everybody. So I have unfortunate news. My internet is being shitty today, so we'll have to bear with me. Bear with this. I'm not, Here. So I'm not gonna be able to, like, have the smoothest of streams. I'm terribly sorry. No idea why it's doing this. Really wish it wouldn't, but there ain't much else I can do about it, so we're just gonna have to, like, deal. Watch the VOD, because it'll be a hell of a lot smoother then. As such, I'm not going to be going too terribly long tonight. And the worst of it is, I slaved very hard to get this shit finished. I made a, sort of a crappy little... Yeah, I made this little polished, this basalt farm in an effort to try and get it all up to where I needed it to. And yeah, I was able to get most everything. Fuck, I just suddenly realized I hadn't switched my thing. At least you can for happiness. I'm so sorry, Mike. I know you're having troubles. Ah, well. You can still sort of understand me. Well, that's good. But this is what it looks like. It will update eventually. It's going to be interesting. Whoops. Eh? Is this thing not... Okay, it is. Yeah, it's just the shitty connection. I'm watching the replay on YouTube and it's not like where I want it to be. So yeah. I wish it wouldn't lag, but I don't know who's doing what or why. My whole line is probably slow. But anyway, so for those of you watching it maybe later, this is how it's turned out. I was talking for a solid minute and didn't fucking think that, oh, it's I gotta change my scene. But anyway, so I'm just going to remove this part. And I'm going to go and get possibly some slabs to finish off the bottom section. Oh, fuck. Well, that was not at all what I wanted to do. Shit. So yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to reasonably talk to you guys. But, yeah. Got him. Oh well. It's whatever. Ooh. Oh man, he's got a punch bow. Dude's an asshole. Oh, Poncho Hamster. Thank you for the donation, man. I promise I saw it faster and quicker than you're probably going to realize I recognize it for. So like, don't worry. Thank you so much for the donation again, man. You're crazy. You're finally 18. Ah, that's right. Good. Happy birthday, man. I know you had a long time ahead of you. You were waiting for it to. So yeah, I'm happy that you're doing okay. Okay, well, you take care, enjoy your party. Have a good one, Poncho Hamster. Happy 18th. Seriously. Hopefully we can spend more, years doing this. I don't know. Something to that effect. Oh, I almost did it again. I almost did it again. Let's just get all that. There we go. Okay, so since I can't really, do a whole lot there. Alpha. Ugh. Okay. I'm just going to answer questions because I haven't really had the chance to do that for some time now. First question right off the bat. Wow, it's a real winner. Yeah. Do I like My Little Pony? No, I can't stand that. It's really kind of frightening how well that show took off. I remember My Little Pony being a phenomenon. It's scary what cute things will do to some people. Or, well, I should actually probably fly over. Via the nether. Oh, fuck. Fucking fuck. Hmm? Oh no, where'd it go? Oh, it went into the nether. God damn it. There we go. You would think flying and landing on this platform wouldn't be so much of a chore. There then. But yeah, I don't really want to talk about My Little Pony. Nor the effects that it had. How many do you think, or how many do you think you met? Okay, I see now. That's a shitty tongue twister joke. Funny. Let's see here. Okay, an actual sensible joke, or sensible question. Do I like Neko Arc? I don't really get the Neko Arc obsession that suddenly cropped up a while ago. I'm not really sure where that came from. I mean, I know where Neko Arc is from. I just don't understand why that was suddenly a thing people were obsessed about. It was very weird. It was like a meme for 3 weeks. It's very strange. Kind of wish it had kept going, but at the same time, like, it never made sense to me, so I don't know. Let's just gather all this up and put this. There we go. Okay, cool. Sorted everything out now. All right. That's not a whole lot of slabs. Shit, that's not going to be enough to get me where I need to be. Fuck. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to, I didn't want to have to do this because it's dangerous. But I'm going to have to go over to this ocean monument. Oh wait, that's right, there's going to be like 2 or 3 Elder Guardians there. Oh wow, and some ruins on the shore, or on land. That's weird. Oh wow, this just generated out in the open. I've never seen that. That's crazy. Oh, prismarine. Gold nugget, buried treasure. Ooh. Emerald. Huh. That's so quaint to just see this out in the open like this. See if there's a buried chest in this area. Yeah, I thought there might be. Mending fishing rod. I guess I'll take it. I don't know. Huh. Very cool little find. Anyway, but yeah. I really do want prismarine brick slabs specifically. But I don't know. Oh yeah, there are lots of guardians over there. And there's probably a bunch of elder guardians. And yep, there it is. Shit, I didn't want to get hit with fucking mining fatigue. Gotta quickly find a cow to cure myself. Let me see here. Does digital consciousness count as immortality? Oh, that's an actual good question. Well, first and foremost, there's no such thing as any form of immortality. So, technically, no. But I can imagine that as a digital consciousness, if that somehow was something achievable, if we have the ability to do that, or if that ever comes to fruition, I could maybe see that as being a way to live an incredibly long life. But then again, I'd like to think that part of being conscious is being able to feel. I've always had a sort of pet theory as to the origins of consciousness. Consciousness is only possible when you have a certain net influx of information. And this is kind of why I'm like, there will never be an AI that's like self-aware. I'm beginning to think that that might be an impossibility because if you have just a program, okay, so let's say you got Skynet or whatever, and you're trying to, I don't know, make some sort of a being come out of this. I feel like the biggest problem you'd run into is that a program only takes in what it's given. It wouldn't have any drive to get extra information than it needs. You would have to willingly feed it that. With a living body, you have a constant influx of information coming at you from all angles. You've got your five senses, you've got your sense of balance, you've got, all these various organs and finely tuned parts of your body that are all doing a job and all supplying the brain information. And I think one of the biggest hurdles is that for a consciousness to trigger, because I would like to think that consciousness is sort of like a threshold. You hit this level after a certain amount of time or after a certain amount of information. And the way you define a consciousness is like, can it take in information and then properly assign meaning and make judgments based off that information? And I don't feel like an AI or a program can really do that, at least not yet. Maybe someday that'll change, but at least for now, it doesn't feel like, if you don't have a constant connection to like the real world, to something physical going on, because there's so many processes going on inside your body, it's not even funny. That constant connection to all these processes is like, the value and importance of that cannot be overstated. an AI or a person whose mind has been uploaded into a computer would inherently be missing out on a lot of this excess information that you're getting at all points. For example, not just the information that's generated from you thinking, but like things such as you can feel your heartbeat, your pulse, right now. Most of you probably aren't aware of it because you just tune it out. But like, you have a constant sensation of something. Everybody always has a constant sensation of something. And there's no way to turn that off as a human. And I bet that due to how evolution has shaped the human brain, you probably would never want to turn off that constant stream of sensation, because that's, according to my working theory, that is one of the major key sources of consciousness. If you do not have that constant flux of sensation, you don't have any sort of guarantee of consciousness. That sensation, that constant force, so like, for example, I'm adjusting my legs because they're uncomfortable. That constant sensation that there's stuff on my skin, that the pressure from the chair pressing against my back and my butt. Like, I know that it's there. I know that I am here, you know? I'm breathing. I'm, constantly thinking about what my next move is, what my next word is, and so on. You don't get that in a pure and digital environment. You would have no reason to. Because especially if you're in, like, I don't know, you're just in stasis, I guess. I guess you could go as far as to say, well, you could build something like the Matrix, right? And preoccupy the human consciousness that way. But I don't know. I don't know if that would be enough. We humans have a nasty habit of overestimating our own ability while simultaneously underestimating the scope of the project or the scope of the problem. And so, I don't know, would a digital consciousness... I don't think there is such a thing. I think the term digital consciousness is an oxymoron. You don't see how biological life can be superior to the eventual possibility of artificial intelligence. That's the irony. That's what I'm saying, PseudoFox. I know the stream is lagging terribly. Hold on, let me go ahead. There we go. Sorry, I just wanted to pin that. Anyway, and that's probably going to show up in like 3 or 4 minutes. Oh well. But yeah, the big problem is I don't think there will ever be such a thing as a digital consciousness, or as an artificial intelligence that is like on par with a human. I don't think that's how it works. Just like people for the longest time believe that, things like time travel will be real. Oh. I also don't think time travel will be real. That's just one of those things that I'm fairly certain the universe just does not work that way. And it will never be possible because the universe just does not work that way. Shit. Ran out again. Well, what I could do is do a stripe pattern. Yeah, that's what I'll do. That'll save on time and effort getting that bullshit. So I'm just going to do a stripe pattern of... what do I have a lot of? Cobble deep slate. Okay, cobble deep slate it is. Ooh. Or no, chisel doesn't come in that. Okay. Why not? Cobblestone deep slate. But yeah, the irony is you cannot create, or replicate, I should say, the conditions for self-awareness in a digital environment. That's what I'm getting at, ultimately. I hate trying to think about deeper subjects and do Minecraft at the same time, because I find I do neither very terribly well. So yes, my overall point is that I don't think it's possible to achieve one or the other. You only get one or the other, not both. Sorry, I don't think it's possible to achieve both simply because a digital environment cannot capture the same environment as your body. You know, it's that constant array or stream of sensation is what gives rise to self-awareness. And digital imitation, digital mimicry of sensation does not bear the same does not bear the same value. I know that sounds very illogical, very unscientific to say it in that way. So like, let's try to think elementarily, okay? What gave rise to consciousness, and why did it start? Because there are other animals out there. Get out of here, spider. There are other animals out there, like elephants, dolphins, and so on, that all seem to have, maybe not quite the same level of consciousness, but certainly possess some level of it. A lesser level, but a level nonetheless. So why does, because, of course, evolution and natural selection account for all this. You know, these sorts of things don't just happen in a vacuum, they happen for a reason. So why does evolution, over the course of many different species that are mostly unrelated, why are some of these species more capable of registering something akin to self-awareness? And by that I mean object permanence, the ability to recognize yourself in a mirror, you know, things of that nature. Why have multiple species of animal all managed to sort of stumble upon this same sort of evolutionary... Is it a tactic? I don't know that it's a tactic, but this evolutionary... I would say it's an advantage. Whoa. But then, I don't know. I can only say it's an advantage because I'm human and that I understand that we have this. But do elephants and dolphins value intelligence and self-awareness to the same level? Do they even know what it is? Are they that self-aware that they know they have it? Do they know and understand that there's a difference between them and other animals? And so, from an evolutionary perspective, self-awareness did not come out of nowhere. Nothing comes out of nowhere. Nothing just is. Get out of here. Every behavior, for the most part, has an evolutionary pressure to it that reinforces or maybe doesn't necessarily fully negate it. So, for example, we have a vestigial tail, you know, your tailbone. Well, no evolutionary pressure. Whoa. Killer lag. Damn. No evolutionary pressure, as of yet, has basically made the human tailbone go away permanently. As a result, we still have it. You know, it's called a vestigial tailbone, but nothing has made it necessarily go away. And so, for the most part, everything that we do and that we are is very similar to that. There has to have been an evolutionary pressure at some point to make that thing occur. To make those traits, the dominant traits that got passed on to your ancestors' ancestors, or from your ancestors' ancestors to your ancestors' descendants, to them, to you. Oh god, get out of here. Holy shit, this almost makes me want to get a Bane sword. Die, skeleton. Wow, I was shooting him point blank and he still dodged. Anyway. So yes, with self-awareness, it feels to me like the ability to define meaning, to assign and evaluate meaning, to form priorities and relationships. These things are all immense evolutionary advantages. You are far better at finding and securing resources. You're far better at securing your own lineage's viability. Your children will actually likely, because you can teach them things and they can learn things and not just have to rely purely on instinct. You actually have the chance of things that happening long term in a beneficial way. In other words, planning. And really only like the primates, and obviously aforementioned things like elephants and dolphins, really have this ability, this level of planning. As such, I posit that self-awareness needs, for it to emerge in the first place, self-awareness needs some sort of pressure to keep it going. It is not just like, it's not like an organ or a part of your body. So for example, let's take a look at another emergent property, water. Well, a major emergent property of water is wetness, which is just how hydrogen bonds cling together, because hydrogen bonds are very sticky. So at what point does water become wet? How many atoms, or not, molecules, my bad. How many molecules of water does one need in one place for you to be wet? Do you need 1,000? 1,000,000? 1,000,000,000? 1,000,000,000,000? Obviously, molecules are extraordinarily tiny, so you would need a lot. But at what point does water start being wet? Where is the threshold? Now, obviously, I can't give you an exact answer. I don't think anyone could. But we can agree that there is such a thing as a threshold beyond which you go from not wet to wet. And we can pretty universally agree that water's one emergent property that we are aware of that is colloquially accepted as an emergent property of water is wetness. I posit that intelligence and self-awareness is the same way. It is an emergent property of a sufficiently organized or complex brain under certain pressures or certain circumstances, and that you cannot replicate these same circumstances in a digital setting, at least not yet. And not yet, provided it is ever possible, maybe a very, very, very long time. Who really knows, honestly? We're speaking so theoretical here, it really just... Your mileage will not only vary, whether or not you even have a car, or an opinion, rather, is, I guess, the subject of the debate. Who knows? So yeah, ultimately, I don't think that's a form of immortality, because I don't think that's a form of existence. To address the original question, does a digital consciousness count as immortality? No, I don't think it counts as existence. There's no difference between that and a sufficiently interactive algorithm or bot that can just predict or speak from pre-established patterns. Like how deepfakes can imitate someone's voice. It does so by... Because there's a really good Jordan Peterson deepfake I stumbled across several years ago, and it's like startling how good it is. But it's a deepfake, and everybody knows it's a deepfake. But it was taught through just learning and repetitious patterns, and I imagine intelligence emerged in similar ways. Repetitious patterns over many thousands of generations. Or maybe not thousands, maybe only hundreds. But something like that. And so, honestly, I think existence, or rather what we define as existing, as living, is a little more nuanced than what people are willing to give thought toward. Because people want to say that it's the soul, and it's the sum total of the chemical reactions in your head, and blah, 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 blah. And I mean, yeah, I guess to a degree those things have relevance. But I think that everybody's solution, or everybody's answer on consciousness up till this point, has very much been a strict A or B, not a little column A, a little column B, a little column C, a little column D, and a little of other things that we don't yet even know are a thing yet. I just don't know that we're 100% there, you know? So, ultimately, meh. Digital consciousness would be a really interesting experiment. The problem is, it would be very highly unethical. Because, think about it. You're fooling with someone's existence. Effectively. Like, that is an experiment that can go so far south so quickly, it's not even funny. I don't believe that's a wise thing to try and do right now. We've still really only just scratched the surface of mapping the brain. We can't even manipulate genetics yet. So, I don't know. I think consciousness is a tiny bit out of everybody's wheelhouse. Still. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there isn't as much to it as I give it credit for. It's really just one of those mysteries. I don't know. Really great question, though. And then I saw earlier, Dark mentioned something. Pseudofox mentioned something. Okay, Hey Jack, if you're going to have the entire floor be hopper minecarts, wouldn't it be easier to place those first so you don't have to crouch walk everywhere to place them later? Good point, it might actually be. Well, the problem is I have all this stuff laid out. Oh well, I'll do it when I do it, don't worry. Anyway, there we go. What about a cyborg in which certain processes of the brain are supplemented by digital service devices? You still have those pressures that exist in the human body, provided those parts of your brain are capable of adequately either compensating for what you've lost, or the digital, mechanical, cybernetic, whatever adjective you care to use, those parts are capable of performing to a degree similar enough to fulfill the role the original organ performed. In which case, I don't think there's going to be enough of a difference. But that, like I said, with water, at what point... So let's assume here you can take... you splash a drop of water on paper, okay? But you have a magical device that lets you extract water molecules from the surface or within the intertwined network of fibers within the paper itself. You have a machine that can get all of those water molecules out one at a time, and so you do. So at what point does the paper stop being wet? And how many molecules is that? What does that look like? You see, that's not really a question you can adequately answer. Because another method of making the paper no longer wet, but without having to remove any water molecules at all, would be to just spread them out evenly. You don't even need to remove the water molecules, you just need to put them in different places to where they're not all together. At what point does something go from wet to damp to, well, would it be dry? If there's any amount of water present at all, is that considered dry? Because, I mean, what is the word? It's, humidity. That's it. What is the humidity where you live currently right now? I guarantee you, unless you're in the middle of Australia's outback or the Sahara, there is a something, of water in the air right now. Water is pretty much baked into the atmosphere. You would never want it to go away. So there's a certain amount of water present everywhere. But your skin feels dry, doesn't it? You don't have a sensation of dampness or, I don't know, maybe you're in the bathtub listening to this or some shit. Whatever you're doing. Most people aren't damp or wet right now. But I guarantee you there is some minor amount of water molecules that your skin is currently coming into contact with. That said, why are you not wet? At what level have we hit dampness and then wetness and so on and so forth? And so, oh fucking hell, these guys can hit through the slabs. That's annoying. Die. Anyway, and so this problem it's a similar sort of threshold. We cannot adequately say, oh fuck, get out of there. Anyway, we cannot adequately say where consciousness necessarily comes from, not within the brain itself. We know that parts of the brain are specialized. God damn it, these fucking spiders. Okay, I may have to just drop water down there. God, they're hitting me so damn much. I've chewed through more food than I care to admit. God, anyway. So, thresholds of that nature are not easy to define, is really what I'm getting to. So knowing what part of the brain specifically does what is key to figuring out exactly what starts the reaction, what gives rise to consciousness specifically. And so, if you were to cybernetically replace somebody's brain in just minor parts, what parts can you replace? Is everything capable of being replaced? Is it that only some portions are okay, others aren't? We don't know. There's no good way to really give an answer to this, at least not yet. We're just not currently that good. I wish we were. I wish we had more info. So ultimately, it's hard to say. It's very, very difficult to give a specific answer. I would think that to a degree, not a big degree, but to a degree, you would be capable of replacing cybernetic, or replacing parts of someone's brain with cybernetic, some sort of analog that would allow you to do that. But again, I don't know. Maybe if, like I said, if consciousness is indeed a threshold, well, if you drop your the piece of paper from the earlier example, if instead of dropping a drop of water on it, you've instead dropped it in a fucking ocean, and it is absolutely soaked through and through with water, you can still keep the paper wet, but remove billions and billions of water molecules from that paper. Maybe it'll just be like slightly less wet. And so maybe the same sort of principle can be applied to consciousness. Maybe a certain amount of someone's brain can be cybernetically augmented because, I don't know, they got into a car accident or something. And that's okay. But that if you replace too much, you run the risk of literally damaging their sense of self beyond repair. Oh my god. Fucking spiders. Yowza, this is a mistake. Might be a good idea to break and replace. And then just like water everything to the side. I don't know. So yeah, great question. That's no big deal, Night. You just watch it later. Let's see here. Cyborg, certain parts of the brain are supplemented by digital devices. Yeah, like I said, if you go up to a certain level, it stops being as good. It stops being... You stop having a person. You start having more computer or machine and less human in there. So who knows? Good idea. Shitty, right? Not getting better. It would be a real test. How much of the brain can you replace? Yeah, exactly. My thoughts exactly. I'm doing well, Mike. What's my opinion on how time travel would work conceptually? Do things changed in the past not change due to having already happened the way they should, or is there a Mandela effect? Time travel is impossible. Literally 100% impossible. And here's why. Time travel violates causality. Causality is essentially the logic of the universe. It is driven forward by entropy. And there are a lot of really good flaws with time travel that no current understanding of physics could possibly resolve. The biggest, most glaring issue with time travel is conservation of mass and energy. If you stop to think about it, all the matter and energy in your body existed 100 years ago. But just did not yet come into the form of your body as it is now. So in 1922, let's assume you travel back in time to 1922. Okay. Your atoms are in your body right now. But matter can be neither created nor destroyed. Meaning those atoms in your body right now were somewhere else in a different configuration. Somewhere else. Maybe even inside somebody else. Who knows? And as a result, your atoms would literally exist in two places at once. That also violates causality because atoms can only exist finitely. You, of course... Your energy and the matter creating up or making up your body, it's one of those things where you can't be in two places at once. You cannot exist in two places at once. I don't even think our conception of existing applies in this instance. Just that the idea of two separate bodies existing simultaneously would throw the universe into disarray, because you could effectively have infinite energy if you just keep taking from the past, or giving from the future to the past, rather. You could just have infinite energy that way. You just always have someone from the future come and give you gasoline for your car, and nuclear energy derived from some future source. Something to that effect. It would become a giant kerfuffle. But the most important reason time travel is just genuinely not possible is that causality, which is what determines cause and effect, a beginning and an ending, nothing in the universe stops and then starts. Everything in the universe starts and then stops. You have cause, then effect. You do not have effect and then cause. Effect and then cause is not only illogical, it's impossible. You need a beginning and an ending to separate out order from chaos. You have the beginning of the universe, which is chaos, a state of nothingness, where nothing can be defined, a state of all possible states, and no possible states, because a state can only exist when it is defined individually. And then you have the universe burst into existence, which sets limits and imposes order on what was previously chaos. However, chaos being the eternal constant that it is, to separate something from chaos, because chaos never began and chaos never ended. Chaos has no definition whatsoever. It is nothingness. It is everything and nothing. To separate anything out from everything and nothing, it has to have a defined beginning and a defined ending. The pair must exist for there to be anything at all. A beginning without an ending makes no sense, and an ending without a beginning makes no sense. Mostly because you don't have, well, I don't know, logic is really the only good way I can describe this. You need to have an internal logic for something to be ordered. That's literally the definition of order, is that everything exists definitively and I don't want to say understandably, but you know, everything has a finite parameter to it. Nothing is infinite. Under an ordered system, everything has a place, everything has a state that it occupies definitively. And so that is essentially, you need to have it be separate from everything else. And the only way for it to permanently remain separated is for it to begin and for it to end. And one of the other big lines of logic in the universe is that you have cause, then effect. You have beginning, then ending. You don't have ending, then beginning. The line only goes one way. Entropy, which entropy drives all of this. Entropy only goes in one direction. I read Stephen Hawking's Brief History of Time, and he brings up a really cool, really interesting point in regard to entropy. You never see a teacup that you've accidentally dropped, you know, and it shatters. You never see a teacup spontaneously get off the ground and then rearrange itself back into its original form. You never see that happen. You can see a teacup accidentally get knocked off and shatter, or really anything, but you never see the opposite happen, because entropy in the universe only increases. Entropy is what's driving causality, by the way. It is through the increase of entropy that events can even occur in the first place. And as such, you don't have this backward effect. Nothing can go backwards, it can only go forward. And so no event in the universe can be tied forward. Events in the universe can only be tied backward. All events must be tied backward to the Big Bang. No event can be tied to itself, no event can start itself, and no event can be tied to the future, which is by nature undefined, because nothing in the future has yet currently happened. To tie an event to something that has not yet currently happened makes no logical sense. It would violate the logic of the world. The universe only operates in this manner. And the reason is, if it did not behave this way, don't you think we would have seen some example of it not behaving this way before? As far as we can tell, the laws of the universe are evenly applied everywhere. There are no special, places or times that the laws of the universe are not evenly applied. And therefore, we have no reason to assume that at any one point in time travel would have occurred, because if it could, We would have seen it happen already. It would be a natural phenomenon. It would be replicable. But every single equation that anyone has come up with so far, any attempt at crafting a solution, has always yielded something to the effect of, well, you gotta travel faster than light. Or, oh, well, you need, like, so much more mass and energy concentrated in one place than literal Planck energy would allow. Like, the actual rules of the universe basically say, oh, well, yeah, to break this rule, you have to break all these other rules too. And it's just like, that's a pretty good indicator of, if you have to do A to do B, but you got to do B to be able to do A, guess what? It's not possible. It was never going to happen from the start. Oh, shit. Wrong box. And so those are basically my intricate thoughts on time travel. It can never be possible for the simple fact that you cannot tie an event in the future, or you cannot tie an event currently to an event in the future. All events must be tied to the past. Entropy only increases. By traveling back in time, you would literally be decreasing entropy. And that ultimately you could create or influence an event by bringing that event about itself. Meaning, an event would influence itself, which would also violate the logic of the universe. No event can influence its own existence. Nothing can make itself come into being. All things in the universe have to come about, cause and effect. Something else must cause it first. You cannot go backward. You can only go forward. So yeah, those are my reasons why that does not work and will never work. The universe is just not geared that way. Get out of here. So yeah, great question, Dark. I love how you can see where the spider is because he's on fire. Okay, let's see here. Do things change in the past? No, yeah, I already answered that. Speaking of how our insert person, how are we doing today? Everybody should be fine. I'm doing all right. Time is a human construct measured by an immense number of irreversible natural processes. No, time is the result of the arrow of entropy. We perceive time because entropy is increasing. Time is a very defined, concrete thing. It's just felt differently throughout different places in the universe because in some places, entropy is slower or greater than everywhere else. Entropy is just an omnipresent process of the universe, but it can be lesser and it can be greater in other places. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna get mobbed again. Get out of here, you fucking spiders. Anyway. Except for black holes, time acts weird once you get near a black hole. The reason it gets weird is because gravity itself seems to have an effect on how entropy meters itself out, basically. Oh my god, this fucking thing. Spiders can see you through blocks, can't they? But yeah, gravity, especially very high gravity wells like black holes, even around the sun. Even though the sun is not nearly big enough to have a super big effect. But if you orbited around the sun, I believe for 1 Earth year, you would have like slightly less time having spent orbited. Same thing that we find when you send an atomic clock up on a rocket into the upper reaches of the atmosphere. Any form of gravity affects how entropy flows. I don't know that we fully understand how, but there is definitely a relationship there. The way gravity affects, well, matter and energy just in general. And we know through Einstein's equation, E equals mc squared, that matter and energy are basically the same thing, just in different forms. Therefore, the way gravity affects mass and energy will naturally, because entropy is just how energy is evening itself out. Energy wants to evenly distribute itself all across the universe as cleanly and as uniformly as possible. The end result of the universe in however many quintillions of years, the end result of the universe will be a complete homogeneous emptiness in all directions with the exact same energy density in everywhere, all throughout the universe. The universe at that point in time will be infinitely large and infinitely empty. There may not even be quantum fluctuations. It's really hard to know. And there will be no complex matter. None. And so even no atoms, no molecules, no protons, no, maybe electrons, maybe, but I doubt even those. It's going to be a very weird place. A universe with maximum entropy. One could even argue that it would take an infinite amount of time to reach that level. Personally, in my opinion, it would probably be graphed like an asymptote, like a limit. The universe is just rife with limits everywhere. Like, the universe has a hard-on for limits. And by limit, I mean the mathematical concept, like what you'd learn in calculus. You know, you have a line, you have a certain line graphed, and then as your function approaches that line, it just gets infinitely close to the line without ever touching. I imagine the way entropy distributes itself will be very similar. There's just going to be an infinite amount of time. The universe will just be infinitely large. And then when it inevitably hits the line, the universe will be undefinable, at which point the universe returns to chaos and a new universe starts over to take its place. Because at that point, nothing can be defined, and therefore you have everything and nothing again. And so whatever yielded the first Big Bang will yield probably again a new Big Bang, which will yield a new universe. What that'll look like, who the hell knows? Will it be the same? Will the fields of the universe that we know today reestablish themselves? Will there be matter and energy? Will it be an empty universe like some other theoretical parallel universes we have? Who knows? But yeah, that's going to be interesting. So yeah, let's see here. Oh fuck, it kicked me down. Hold on, I'm way behind on chat. I'm so sorry, everybody, but enjoy the VOD. Enjoy the VOD. Okay, let's see here. Where am I? God damn, way back. Time is a human construct. You cannot go back nor forward at a different rate from everything else, such that you skip over parts of time entirely and do not exist in that moment. Yeah, exactly. You exist definitively. Everything exists definitively. As mentioned before, soul is a separate thing from the body. Perception and the soul are not the same thing. Time acts weird once something is near a black hole. You're existing during all that time. Yeah. It can be argued that dirt isn't dirty because the state of being dirty is a state of unwanted extra material on another material. Yeah, to a degree. But, I don't know. You can't compare wetness to dirtiness. Dirty is a human construct, but wetness is a chemical component of water. It is an actual measurable property of water. Because it's how hydrogen bonds interact with other hydrogen bonds and other materials. So your soil outside is wanted, so it's not dirty. For example, it has become polluted. No, dirty is a human concept. That's not quite the same thing. Dirty is just a state of order, a state of disorder that we do not like. Or it's a human state of disorder. I've got to separate entropic disorder from human disorder. We define things with meaning versus the universe, which is only defined as per definitive extremes or definitive properties. Holy shit, it knocked me out of bed. Weird. Okay, let's see here. Not to say it all comes down one just whether it's a different state. Just remember there's a concept Thursday, you're positive. Okay, well, whatever. Concert Thursday, enjoy. We may not travel to the past, but we can see the past in theory. With a continuously improving technology, just, yeah, kind of. That's called metaphysics. See the past in the way because you can observe the previous state of the natural process even if it's no longer up to date. What's amazing is how light and time work. Yeah, pretty much. What about deja vu? That's just a process of the brain. It's not anything definitive. For sure it's going to be tried. Technology doesn't respect ethics. Nope. Yeah, it'll happen. The cyborg brain thing will definitely happen. Yep. Call you stupid. You're going to try to take your personal life. Alright, whatever. Straight up philosopher. Yes, I've always been a philosopher. Jack knows this is kind of stupid. I've got no idea what's going on. I'm sorry, Draven. In fact, they're most likely particles of microscopic meteorites in your hair. Yeah, probably. There's a lot of, in Australia at that moment because of the amount of rain you've been having. Ah, good. Well, as long as you guys aren't, like, dying of thirst. But I know a giant swath of Australia is just arid desert. The amount that you can perceive and sense. Yeah, exactly. Perception is how a lot of this works. Funny how deep this conversation is getting interrupted by spiders. Oh, I know, I hated it. I hate the fucking spiders. Good explanation about being wet, yeah. This is what happens when water-wet conversation goes on for too long. Main topic is immortality through cybernetic connection in your conscious. Yeah. What did you join into? Me being deep. Augmenting the frontal lobe would be cool, but I don't know what else that would... what downside that would have. If you posit that the soul is a separate thing that inhabits the body and gives it consciousness, one cannot be yet observed, then hypothetically you could utilize digital parts. In my opinion, the soul is not a process. The soul is a byproduct of your existence. Perception and existence are a separate thing. People often confuse consciousness for existence. They're not the same thing. Some animals exist but are not conscious. Consciousness is on a whole other level. Let's see if the spiders will stop molesting me. In a way it's possible, but most anyone's ever time traveled is 0.2 seconds into the future. That's not quite the same thing. Just time and atomic talk for slab placement. Yep. You're not smart enough for this. I'm sorry, Callum. This fits into the definition of time as a human construct based around the process of a multitude of natural processes that would not be able to go back without reversing it. Skip forward such that your energy and atoms do not exist during a certain point in time. I'm sorry, Mike. I know this stream sucks because of the fucking internet issues. Oh, god damn it. It keeps kicking me down. Okay. I think it's just funny. Okay. I'm going to bed. Jack the Philosopher. Good night. Alright. Well, you take care, man. Well, thank you. I'm glad someone is interested. Thank you for the compliment, Space Nerd. Wish you never were restrained to this level, but it's kind of a good thing. What do you mean restrained? We were never restrained. The human brain was never behind where it is now. If anything, we've gotten better at it. There was never a time where our ancestors were smarter or more cleverer than us, currently. You are on the forefront, the cutting edge of the human experience, right now. There is never going to be a time where people in the past are better than people in the present. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Slimes hit hard. Now then. So yeah, no, there was never a, our ancestors restrained our brains or whatever you're getting at. Okay, you don't think my concept is too dissimilar from yours. Okay. That's good. And that entropy is what spurs the process of those natural processes. Measurement of time is based on our perception. Yeah, that too. There's definitely a perception component. I shouldn't necessarily discount that. This reminds you of the Kurzgesagt video about how long before the universe will expand so large that we'll no longer be able to see other galaxies. Yeah. Yeah. There are already celestial bodies outside that, that boundary where light from that has still yet to reach us, but they are physically already beyond a point beyond which we will not be able to travel. Because there is no such thing as faster than light travel. Some larger spans of space-time are just going to be so much bigger and broader than anything we will be reasonably able to keep up with. Basically. So yeah, that's just the unfortunate nature of the universe. There are bits and pieces of it we will not be able to see. Big sad, I know. I would love to be able to visit other galaxies if FTL was possible. Maybe if like a delayed FTL existed, where you're traveling faster than light, but you can definitively guarantee that you arrive at your destination after you set out. Because the big problem with faster than light travel is that information can influence itself, which violates causality. And so, if you can travel faster than light, you could theoretically arrive at your destination before you set out. Which again, that's the potential for matter and energy to influence itself. For information to influence itself. For an event to come about because of its own happening. Which makes no sense within the frame of the universe as we know it. So, if we had a way to guarantee that would not be the outcome, to guarantee that information could not influence itself, and that an event could not come about because of its own internal actions, you know, a causal loop could not occur. If we had a way to guarantee that, maybe it would be possible. Maybe. But I'm still getting vibes of it takes more energy than you can reasonably amass in any one location in space. What is it? Like that one warp drive that demands like the speed of light, or a mass of Jupiter times the speed of light squared, or something like that. Something absurd. And oh god, oh fuck! They threw me out. Here, come out here, spiders. I've got friends for you to play with. Come fuck with me now that my bodyguards are here. Yeah, that's right. Get bodied. Damn spiders. Phew. Okay, I'm getting closer to the edge as we speak. I'm probably going to have enough stuff to finish off this floor, though. So there is that. But, yeah. Really interesting. There's a downside, though, that as a flooding the damaged farms, you can get some... Oh, man. I hope that doesn't damage you guys' infrastructure. Yowza, that would be bad. I hope you guys don't have that type of... The chat is delayed by 10 minutes. Yeah, I know, I know. I managed to catch up. I mean, at least you gotta commend me for that. 10 fucking minutes, Jesus. The music fits well. Well, thank you. I know this is the music 10 minutes ago, but... Ah, well, whatever. I'll take whatever compliment I can get. This stream is already a dumpster fire. Okay. Now then. Next question. I think I've rambled on about that enough. Have I watched Made in Abyss? No, I haven't. I don't know what that is. My favorite meat. Beef, definitely. I am a sucker for steak, for well-cooked roasts, for a good burger, even. Beef tips. London broil. If it comes from a cow, I will consider eating it. I mean, obviously, some things I wouldn't eat, like the hooves, or the tongue. I don't know about the tongue. I've heard people do eat tongue, cow tongue. Yeah, that's actually a Japanese a dish. Yutang. Funny enough. Oh god, these spiders are gonna fucking kill me. There we go. Man, spiders are a genuine threat when you're forced to crouch on your knees like this. You're not even watching the gameplay, you're just listening to me ramble. Oh. Well, at least somebody likes it. Okay. Is Jack a JoJo fan? Yes, I do. I do enjoy me a JoJo once or twice. I've only seen all of the JoJo seasons that have currently, aired. I've only ever seen them all once through. So I should probably rewatch all of JoJo, because the last time I watched it was in 2019. I did watch Stone Ocean when that aired. Or when the batch came out, excuse me. It didn't air. And we're stuck waiting until the end of 2022 almost for the next season of Stone Ocean. It's looking like we're going to have 3 major seasons for it. So who knows? Maybe they will better explain the ending, because the ending is an absolute clusterfuck and is not really, like, sensible. And so there's a lot left to be desired in the Stone Ocean ending. I wouldn't mind there being a deeper clarification of what goes on in the ending. That's really kind of what I was hoping for, honestly. Oh my god, it says my my ping is normal. Hell yeah. Okay, maybe things can get good again. Oh my god, the stream is caught up. How? Huh. Okay. Well, cool. Get out of here, spider. Okay. Favorite alcohol? I do not drink. So, none. Alcohol is a poison. All alcohols are poisons, including ethanol, which is the only alcohol we have evolutionarily adapted to eating or consuming. Alcohol is bad for your liver, and it destroys your judgment. And so I see no value in drinking or taking it into myself. So I avoid it. I have no reason. No reason to care. How did I recover from the anger and frustration of losing my Space Valkyrias? Ooh, man. Time heals all wounds. It was not easy. I was pissed. I won't deny. I was very pissed when it all went down. Mostly because it was through, like, accidental bullshit or things that I could never have defended against. For example, NOCOM. How on earth was I supposed to defend against NOCOM? How was I to even know that was going on actively at the time? You know? Like, stuff like that. With the first Space Valkyria, it was the Tel-Ad-A exploit. And that was mad because, I'd only spent 2 months on it. I really didn't have the chance to finish it the way that I wanted. Oh, fuck. You're shooting at me. And so that was infuriating because I was on a roll when I was making Space Valk 1, and it just got completely shut down. And that killed all my motivation that I'd had at the time. And then I ended up later on, when the archive became a thing, Or no, not the archive, the vault. Yeah, it was still the vault back then. When the vault became a thing, I ended up adding some very minor touches onto the first Space Valk. But, like, nothing groundbreaking. I just never had the desire to really finish it. But lately, I've been thinking about it. Lately, I've been wondering how I would finish it off for good, you know? There are some things that I could do to it. Oh, we got creepers. And now we don't. So, yeah, I don't know. My neighbors finally got off the... I hope that wasn't the case, but yeah, it does feel like that's something how that went. I don't know. Let's see here. Swift Sneak, yes, I want that very badly. I'm hoping that whatever snapshot-related stuff... Like, I want the stuff in the snapshots to sort of settle down a little bit more. Everything being introduced lately in the more recent snapshots are just kind of like all over the place. And I feel like it's a really messy time to try and play the snapshots exclusively. So we'll see. I may just end up waiting for the full 1.19. I don't know. But I definitely want to get things like Swift Sneak and... well, that's really it, isn't there? There's really nothing else that 1.19 has so far added that's really, like, a must-have. There's some cool stuff in the form of, like, the cities. I guess the Warden's okay. I can't really see the Warden being enough of a reason to update all by itself. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Am I left-handed? No, I'm not. Oh god, 2B2T 1.19. That's ironic. It's gotten to the point where it's so far away. The update, the damn server's just not updated. It's gotten to the point where you're... First it was 1.16, then it was 1.17, now it's 1.18. Pretty soon it'll be 1.19, and it's just like... We've gotten farther than we've ever gotten with the server testing and all that. But no end in sight, and thus no actual update. Just kind of the eternal illusion of, oh, well, it'll update soon. Oh, yeah. 2B2T will update soon, sure. That's totally what'll happen. Soon, TM. And then soon just kind of never arrives. Have you noticed that? Oh, holy shit, he has a power punch bow. That explains why he was hitting so damn hard. You know, I actually get the feeling that digging on this thing and trying to get it to work is a lot easier at night. There are more mobs on the surface, and thus fewer spiders down here for me to worry about. I don't know. You would buy priority for a month if it updated. I wouldn't, because everybody else will buy priority too, and you will. You'll have the same problem that we have when every major fucker YouTuber makes a video about 2B2T. Can't get on. It'll be eternally clogged with new people. And well, if that's something you enjoy, right ahead. But it's not something I enjoy. So I don't know. Just be the first one to upgrade A what pick? SCC pick. Oh, yeah. That would be pretty cool, I guess. I don't know. It's not that amazing. It's just netherite. Maybe the beauty of netherite has kind of worn off. Yeah, mobs with armor and weapons are actually kind of a problem sometimes, yeah. South Canal Corps, that was it, yeah. I'd forgotten their name. I haven't heard their name in forever. But anyway, let's see here. Sure, that was a nightmare. You ask, there may be a chance that you may... Oh, your base may be griefed. I hope that didn't happen. Whoever asked this question. Ooh, Wandering Trader. Come over here. Oh. She has awoken from her nap and wants to leave. Damn, I almost thought I could make the entire stream with her just sitting there, laying down quiet. I'm gonna finish this floor. I'm determined. Yeah, I hear you. I'll let you out in a second, cat. Uh-oh, I'm out of slabs. Wow. Uh-oh, I'm out of slabs. Yeah. Okay. That should do me. Well, not really. There's still so much more space to cover. All right. I'll let you out. Hold on, guys. Oh, okay. No, it's not that I despise her. I hate how she interrupts and gets very selfish. Like, she will just not stop until I do what she wants me to. She has to have it, whatever it is. She has to have it now. I want out this minute. I want to do this. I want to eat now. I want to such and such now. I want to go outside now. She's a little brat, is what she is. And I hate how she's like that, but I can't necessarily, like... Can't really, like, fault her, because she's just a cat. But at the same time, like, I don't necessarily have to like it. She's spoiled rotten. That's how most cats are, honestly. They don't really know any alternative. They're either living out in the wild, barely making it, or they are, you know, lap cats or house pets. And they are, you know, they're not as wild an animal as they would like to be, maybe. Oh my god, get away. I hate how they can track me through the slabs. Like, that doesn't seem right. They shouldn't be able to do that. Oh well. Warden note, instead of going up 3 blocks, you just go up... I think you have to go up 5, from what I've been seeing. I haven't really looked at the Warden too hard, and I know they're going to change stuff about it and tweak it. So I've not been paying attention to what exactly you have to do against a Warden yet. My strat is to just chug a turtle potion, walk up to the fucker, and ask him a question in the form of multiple crystals and see if he can answer it. And if not, he'll blow up and that'll be the end of him. So if the warden is explosion proof, well, we know why. I remember when the Wither was first released, there was a legendary YouTuber who did Let's Plays of on his Minecraft channel. And he did a speed run in like his first episode when he was like naked. He got Wither skulls, made a Wither, and then fucking drowned the thing to death. And got his first beacon that way. And literally, like, the next update, Mojang was like, yeah, we don't want you drowning Withers. And so they made the Wither drown-proof. So, like, I could entirely see them going, no, we don't want you blowing the Warden up. So we're making the Warden explosion-proof. That's not entirely out of the question. Would be funny, though, if you could just crystal it to death. And then Mojang's like, that is haram. No, thank you. Fuck out of here, spiders. Jesus. Oh, he is regen, I think. There. Anyway. Kinda sounds like an average cat. Yeah, she's just an average cat. There's nothing special about her particularly. She's just a good girl. She's a whiny butt, but she's a good girl. Okay. I don't fault her. I just don't like that she can be that way. Cheese it with a bow and block tower? Maybe. But it's got so much health, I don't know that it'll... You need a lot of bow. Advocating for crystal PvP. I mean, when the Warden is a problem, and it's in my fucking face, or if they finally wise up and give the Warden a really cool item drop that makes you want to farm and kill the thing, yeah, I want to just do it down and dirty and get it over with. I don't want to sit there and slog it out for an hour plus. I don't want to get chased by it. I want to kick its ass and move on to the next problem. Yeah, at least they're not poison spiders. That would be really hellish. I was wasting so much iron making new golems when all you needed to do was heal the existing ones. Yeah. Yeah, that happens. I know you could probably cheese it with a bow and arrow. Maybe. How old is my cat? She's about 10 years old. She'll be 10 this June, I want to say. So she's getting up there. She's almost double digits. I thought about having a little birthday for her maybe in May or June, but I don't really know when she was born. And I also don't think she would care. Maybe she'd just find it more of a hassle than anything else. I don't know. I wish I had pictures of when she was a little tiny kitten. I didn't take pictures. I should have. That was something I regret not doing. That would have been cool. I have so few pictures of my cats when they were really small. Ah, well. Oh, the daylight neutralized them. Cool. But yeah. Let's see here. Oh, fuck. Let's see here. Who is the best French person? Probably Rosie, the train goddess. She's the only French person I've seen that's not been obnoxiously French. What microphone do I use? I use a Yeti Blackout. It's, not a bad mic. It's good enough, you know. Honestly, that's kind of like the, motto of my channel. It's good enough. There we go. Nice clean inventory, all organized. I could integrate a mob farm and a warden cheese farm into one. By killing the mobs on a skulk, letting the warden spawn and traps could be... maybe. Again, I'm going to wait and reserve judgment for when all the additions and changes are finished, because this snapshot cycle feels very... like, every feature except the frog lights seem just a little too up in the air currently. Like, maybe they end up shrinking the boat with chest. Maybe they end up shrinking its hitbox a tiny bit. I don't know. Oh my god, I can't fucking hit him. There. Now then. As I've aged throughout the years, do I think that 2BTT Anarchy in general has impacted me as a person, IRL? A little bit, yeah. I've mentioned this before. I guess it's worth mentioning again. I've noticed how the freedom that Anarchy provided changed both myself and others. There's always a sort of cycle to how freedom of that nature changes people's perception. Oh, fuck. Those are all lots of spiders. For example, you always have this sort of period where people go insane. Or at least, maybe not insane is the right word. Maybe mad with power is a better descriptor for it. You have people who are free by Anarchy suddenly, and they've never known this level of freedom before. And it overcomes their better judgment, and they go hog wild with it. And eventually, given enough time, they chill out. They realize that this level of freedom doesn't necessarily mean, you know, the no rules part of Anarchy doesn't mean you can just forego common decency or common sense. Like, you have to kind of rein yourself in at a certain point. At least that's how I see it. And so it takes time. But eventually, and I was this way too a little bit, Anarchy definitely got to me, just like that. I eventually grew up more. I grew used to the freedom that Anarchy provided. I didn't always have it, obviously. And then after a while, you know, it just kind of became passé. I'd had Anarchy, especially by like the third or fourth year I was playing 2B2T. It was all matter-of-fact stuff to me. Like, being able to go anywhere and do anything was just like, yeah, that's how it is. There's that sensation of, oh my god, I can do anything, I can say anything I want. That initial wave of realization will overcome most people. And I found that after I got used to Anarchy and I got used to living how I want to live, shall we say, I found that it helped me to assess points in my life where I can exercise that level of will and where I should maybe be a little more discreet. We back on the anime board on 4chan, we would call this hiding your power level. I learned over time that you should maybe hide your power level in terms of what you enjoy doing online, what you enjoy doing on 2B2T. You know, maybe don't like parade that around. Don't be anything and everything but that, you know? Ugh. So yeah, it's more of a... I've learned how to temper myself better. And I definitely couldn't have learned that as easily had I not been introduced to 2B2T. The server definitely changed my life, and definitely for the better. I had an invaluable set of experiences. I got to have fun and meet people that I'd otherwise never have ever had the chance to. And it was overall a fun, interesting time. So yeah, definitely worth it. Do I believe that demons and paranormal creatures are real? I guess not. I would say that a lot of things in the past were attributed to things like demons and paranormal whatevers. And it was more just misunderstanding or misconception of what was really happening. People are not perfect. You can't know every bit of information that's happening to you at any one moment in time. People were just genuinely more unaware of the way the world worked. And so as a result, things were attributed to demons, paranormal, whatever. And that over time we have learned and figured out and know better. You still have, you know, resistance, residual pockets of things here and there. Huh. Oh, shit, I can't jump back. Come on. Give me the boost. I might have to make additional beacons elsewhere later. Just to be able to more evenly blanket the area. Oh no, did the stream really die? It shouldn't have. Signal strength's getting bad again. I might have to nix the stream here. Yeah. Whew, I hope not. It's going back up again. I don't know. It might be okay. I'm sure it's someone in my house accessing the internet excessively. Okay, so I can go ahead and fill this in. I'm almost done with this section of floor. I had no idea the spiders would be so much of a problem. An active issue I would have to address. You know what? Why aren't there spiders with more potion effects like jump boost? Because that spider had strength on him, he would have actually been a problem. If he and his buddies had ganged up on me. Ah, stop hitting me. YouTube is lagging? No, I'm definitely having some ups and downs. But maybe YouTube itself is having some minor problems in addition, so I don't know. You know what, maybe it's a smarter idea to just mine everything up here and then place it as I go. Damn it. Now then. Do I like candy? Oh yes, I love candy. Candy is a guilty pleasure of mine. Because I know that it's bad for my teeth and all that shit. But I just love the sugar. I love flavors. I love, you know, stuff that makes my mouth water. Stuff that's like has a good flavor to it, I guess. There's just something about it that it's just irresistible to me. So yeah, candy is great. Just barely enough. Let's see how far away they will track me from. I go, oh, never mind, I outpaced him. Cool. Oh, I'm so close, I'm so close, I'm so close. Oh, whoa, whoa. A1 sauce can make your mouth water. Huh. Okay. Yeah, butterscotch is good. I like some hard candies. I like gum. Really, like any candy that I ate as a kid, I'll happily return to eating it. Those Dip It sticks, those are so good. What else? I don't know, regular shit like Tootsie Rolls. I haven't had a ring pop in decades. But then again, those are really just suckers at the end of the day. Any kind of hard candy sucker is basically the same thing. Jolly Ranchers, speaking of hard candies, Jolly Ranchers are really good. What's another? Oh, chocolate. Chocolate is the ultimate candy. I love chocolate so damn much. I can never get enough of chocolate. Oh. Just the thought of chocolate just drives me to want to go and get some. And you sell nothing of value. No shock. Wandering traders need to be improved. Their trades are awful. Past, like, beginning game stuff. Okay. Should probably put up a, never mind. Just toss that there for right this minute. I don't want to lose any of these slabs. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's definitely times like these that I wish I had fast place. Man, did you see that crit? That was a sweet crit. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Come over here, my buddies would love to play with you guys. Damn, that spider got some air. Piss off. Oh, never mind. He got. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I can outpace you. I can outbuild you. Let's throw that there. Phew. So many iron golems around with creepers right next to them is sort of precarious. Precarious AF. Okay, so let's start down here. Well, that's not fair, Mr. Skeleton. You can hit him, but he can't hit you. What kind of sense does that make? Let's even the playing field. You love chocolate, yeah. What am I building? I'm building the floor, the base, most base floor of what will eventually be my mob collection area. That wasn't your cue to hit me. I was trying to initially just use prismarine brick slabs to do it in, but I don't actually have enough prismarine brick slabs, so I'm varying it up with streaks. Because, why not? Oh, God. Huzzah! Phew. Oh no, they killed one. Got him. You and me, Mr. Golem. It's you and me versus the world. Oh man, this guy. He died. Come take care of these. Nice. Damn, that zombie got some air. Huh? Enderman. The Endermang. He got bodied too. Damn, they all get shot eventually. Okay, let me close up as much of this as I can. I need to make room for more slabs. Oh! Ho ho ho! Mid-air, but it didn't get anything. Cool. Prop 4 blast for protection chestplate, yeah. Yeah, some of that bugged legacy armor from 1.14, that was a thing back then. I think that was just a major oversight on the Minecraft devs' part. And as a result, it became something of a rare treasure. Now then. Oh, I'm so close to finishing this section. Just let me do it unmolested, please. No, I'm being molested. Let's get the dangerous thing out. god, I see him on the edge of my... There we go. Almost there, almost there. Oh, another iron golem died. Oh no. Oh, he saw me. Pow! Shoot him in the head. Hey, finished it, finally. Come over here, Mr. Creeper. Delicious gunpowder. Whoa! Punched that zombie like he'd never been punched before. Ooh, another ender pearl. Not sure from where, though. Okay, so we have this. Oh, fuck. Move! Hopefully... Okay, so there's one last creeper. Hopefully I won't get jumped while placing this. Cool. Yeah, go get him. Go get him, boys. Perfect. Huh. For a realistic feeling, want to keep your head protected from projectiles. On your helmet? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Hard hat or military hat. Honestly, though, with a projectile protection helmet, I feel like you're more likely to get shot in the chest. I mean, that's how it is in real life. You would wear a bulletproof vest, not a bulletproof helmet. Though maybe you might also want to wear that too. But that, generally, the broadest part of the body is the easiest and best to try and protect, and therefore a bulletproof vest. So I don't know. I feel like if you're getting shot at with arrows, the same principle applies. You really kind of want something that will protect you more broadly. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. But that's just me. I could be wrong. Close enough. Sorry I'm not talking a whole lot right now or paying much attention. I kind of exhausted all of my earlier power with the time travel. What is... Oh, fuck. what is nature of existence, nature of consciousness. All those earlier topics kind of brain drained me. So yeah, sorry, I don't really have much going on up here currently. I do, however, have a seething hatred for you. And you. Stop fucking hanging around where I'm trying to place blocks. There we go. You know, I could probably also put, when I get enough obsidian, I could probably put the portal farm around in here too. And just let that carry from there. Whoa. Jack, get a monument base. No thank you. I've got a monument. I've already went through the trouble of making it a farm and everything, but I don't feel like making the base a monument. Or anything like that. I wanted to specifically be in this new lush cave biome. Or, well, it was new at the time. Imagine being Achilles just to get hit with a poison arrow from Paris. Yep. Shit happens. Imagine being Archimedes and only being known for one or two things. Imagine being, I don't know. Imagine being. Just imagine being, and imagine how much trouble that must be. It's cool though, you don't have one, you only have one in a hardcore world. Ah, okay. I mean, I don't want to build with nothing but prismarine. The prismarine I'm using here is really just an excuse to use up the prismarine I accrued by AFKing so damn much to get the sea lanterns you see. God, that poor spider had like 5 iron golems on his ass. That's hilarious. Imagine having 5 iron golems trailing after you. Okay. Hello, Hunter Matthias. I know you've been in the chat before now, but since you're saying hello, I'll say hello too. Imagine being so good at being conscious. Oh wait, sorry. Imagine being so good you stop being. Yeah, I know. Imagine being one consciousness instead of a superior hive mind. Yeah, one consciousness is probably better overall, honestly. You always build giant utilitarian structures and have very little patience for detail. Ah. You gotta stick with it. You may not want to. Oh fuck. You may not want to make something cool, but like if you've got the determination to stick with it and make it pretty, you will be more proud of yourself in the long run. Yeah, it's not something you necessarily have the energy or time to do right now, but you know, a little here, a little there, it adds up. Nickel and diming, so to speak. Fingers are getting stiff. Go over there, golems. Oh, fuck. The fucking middle click didn't work. What the hell? I don't want all the other garbage, just some of the garbage. I might also get a lot of rotten flesh this way, so I can at least make use of that. But I don't want to collect like one or two bits of rotten flesh here or there. Stuff's just junk. Until you can get a lot of it reliably, it's mostly just junk. When you get a lot of it reliably, you can then sell it to Cleric. Jackology. No, please don't. Please do not name anything Jack anything. You started schematicing your SMP builds and improving them in creative mode, and then updating them in SMP according to the changes. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's a that's another good way to do it. A good way to pick up a more detail-oriented building strategy. Oh, fuck. Okay. Let's push him out. Out, darn golem. Okay, that's much better. Helps with detailing, yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, I'm not full of any further super deep insights or ideas like I was. I'm mostly just concentrating on getting this done. How close are we to the edge? Oh, fuck. Too far away. Not close hardly enough at all. What's my connection like? I haven't looked at it in a while. It's still kind of doing the up and down bullshit. Ah. Hit him. Get him. I love watching the golems go to work on a mob. It's so much fun. Damn it. I'm gonna have a problem with you every single time, aren't I? Go this way. You fuck. Please, will a spider just kill this dude? I would do it myself, but he would kill me, so I'm good. Nice. Got him in an instant. Oh god. Oh fuck. Damn bat. Took the hit for me. You don't look so good, Mr. Golem. And you know what? I think I'm done for today. I think I can cover this whole place eventually, but my stamina's non-existent now. Here we go. So yeah, let's get back up there. Yeah, I hate that ghost arrow bullshit. I don't know how that happens. I mean, I've got a totem, so I'm not worried. And I have a second totem in my inventory as well, if things do especially go wrong. So it's not really like that big of a concern for me. But I could see how that might be, for you, that might be like, yikes. You would definitely cringe. And I don't mean in the, this is cringy sort of way, but like, you would brace yourself for pain, basically. Oh. Hey, I've got a lot now. All right. So. Oh. Hello? Sir? I didn't know that was possible. I thought for sure the current would drag them somewhere. Huh. So I guess it's possible for them to stand in the exact middle. Very interesting. Mr. Farmer. We are a farmer. Give me food. I heard a ting ting. Bingo. Food. Yeah. Food. Food. Okay. Not bad. Nice refreshing set of XP to re-up everything. Oh, that's right, I don't got that anymore. Okay, that looks really kind of strange. Just seeing the, oh fuck. Just seeing the floor in streaks like that, but it looks kind of cool. Instead of it being one solid color, I actually kind of like that. I need something to kill the creepers eventually, though. Okay. That's gonna pretty well do it for me for today. Alright. So we got a decent amount done, I'd say. Let's just sort of carefully. There we go. Look at all that I've got. Got those walls done. Getting the floor done. It's getting there. Slowly but surely, it's getting there. So yeah, thank you all for coming out. Thank you all to those who donated. I'm sorry the lag was just like really terrible. But hopefully, you know, tomorrow will be slightly better. So yeah, other than that, there's not much else I can say other than y'all have a good day. Y'all take care. I will see you all when I see you. Have a good one. Bye.